welcome to the Northern Counties East League podcast. I'm Richard Watts. I'm now joined by League General Manager Matt Jones.
Hello and welcome to the official podcast of the Macron Northern Counties East Football League. As usual, here's my weekend roundup, where rain was the headline act once again, with 2/3 of the scheduled 21 fixtures washed out by waterlogged pitches. But the 7 games that did survive the weather gave us plenty to talk about. Let's start with the Premier Division and leaders Liversedge, who edged out Tadcaster Albion with a tight 1-0 win on the road. It was a cagey first half, nothing between the sides, but the breakthrough finally came on 62 minutes. Keelan Swales produced the moment of quality the game had been crying out for, and that was enough to send the points home with the visitors, watched by a crowd of 255. Liversedge currently sit 8 points clear of second place Beverley Town, with a game in hand and look well placed for an immediate return to the Northern Premier League. Over at the Myra Shea Stadium in Bradford, Albion Sports and Penistone Church served up a fantastic game, a dramatic 3-3 draw with a late twist. Nathan Cartman had Albion cruising with a first half brace, but Penistone came out firing after the break. Leon Hurlsbrook pulled one back almost immediately, and then Nathan Keatley struck twice to flip the match completely on its head. But the drama wasn't done. In the 90th minute, Fernando Moke Tumba popped up to rescue a point for Albion, capping a breathless contest in front of 85 hardy spectators. Bottisford Town delivered one of the standout attacking displays of the weekend, beating Parkgate 6-3 in a 9-goal thriller. Early goals from Alex Render and Luke Aris set the tone, with Jackson Borland and Mason Chaffer adding to a dominant first half. Parkgate, though, weren't without their moments. Shay Evans-Booth scored in both halves, including one from the spot, and an own goal from Render briefly made it 4-3, with Render scoring for both teams in the game. But Bottisford finished with authority. Aris grabbed his second, and Jack McMenery wrapped things up late on, with 120 watching on. Galkey United took a big step away from the relegation zone with a confident 5-2 win at Thackley. Ash Flynn opened the scoring early and doubled his tally before the break. Oliver Russon added a third, giving Galker a 3-1 lead at half-time. Thackley's Toby Marriott did his best to keep the host in it with 2 goals, but late strikes from Ryan Arbuin and a stoppage time penalty from George Doyle sealed a deserved away victory. In Division 1, Brigtown were in ruthless form, powering to a 5-1 win over Maltby Main. A blistering first half saw Jack Varley, Josh Jordan, John Oglesby and Dale Hudson all find the net before the interval. Maltby pulled one back early in the second half through Wilfie Woodham, but Josh Batty restored the 4-goal cushion on 72 minutes. A big crowd of 336 enjoyed that one. Wakefield were equally clinical, winning 4-0 away at Goole. Jerome Greaves opened the scoring on the half hour. Ethan Kachosa doubled the lead before the break, and Wakefield never looked back. Eliel Anku added a third, and Kachosa rounded off the afternoon with his second, a dominant performance in front of 179 spectators. And finally, South Leeds made a flying start in their 3-1 victory over Harrogate Railway Athletic. Anaine Wiriko struck twice inside the first 39 minutes, and Kieran Haig added a third right on half-time. Alex Burton pulled one back late on for Railway, but the damage was already done. That one was watched by 101 fans. South Leeds continuing their fantastic run of form during 2026. On to the coming weekend, where sadly the weather forecast doesn't look too promising again. Fingers crossed that we get most of the games on. With 2 games on Friday evening, Pickering Town versus Barton Town in the Premier Division, and Wakefield versus Crowell Colts in Division 1. On Saturday, there are a further 19 games across both divisions, weather permitting. All of our 42 teams will be in action over the 2 days. Very rarely do I watch Premier League football on the TV nowadays, but yesterday I made an exception and sat down to watch Liverpool v Manchester City. How pleased I am that we don't have VAR in non-league. A lot of people talk about it as I'm visiting different grounds, and not one comment I've heard from spectators anywhere is positive. People are literally being put off watching top-level football by VAR, with comments such as it's killing football and it's just not enjoyable to watch anymore, which can only benefit teams like ours further down the pyramid. where the football is affordable, fun to watch, and packed with plenty of quality. And of course, no VAR. It's great for supporters at our games to be able to celebrate a goal when it actually goes in, rather than having to wait 4 or 5 minutes for someone 200 miles away to decide whether it's a goal or not. Give me National League system and Northern Counties East League football over the sterile Premier League anytime. As always, thank you to each and every one of you that comes along to support our teams.
Blast from the past, 1993-94 season. Top 5 in the Premier Division: first Stocksbridge Park Steels, second Thackley, third Lincoln United, fourth Sheffield, 5 Brigg Town. Bottom 3, bottom Winterton Rangers, second bottom Eccleshill United, third bottom Ashfield United. Top 3 in Division 1, first Arnold Town, second Hallam, third Louth Town. Bottom were Brodsworth Miners Welfare. League Cup was won by Hucknall Town. In the FA Cup, North Ferriby United made the third qualifying round, and in the FA Vars, Belper Town made the 5th round. Next up, NCEL Talk. I'll hand straight over to host Aaron Walton.
Hello everybody, and it's a warm welcome to our part of the pod where we chat over the past week's football in the Northern Counties East League. I'm joined today by Richard, Bob and Si, and myself Aaron. So hello everybody.
Good evening.
So we'll bash straight on with the games because I know we've all got something to talk about, and I think only one person will be smiling out the 4 of us. So it was a washout virtually with Friday's games off between Knaresborough Town and Pickering. With the rain we had most of last week, and it was much the same on Saturday with only 4 games in the Prem and 3 games in Division 1 overcoming the rain. And I might add, Tadcaster, Thackley and South Leeds don't have 4G pitches. So an absolutely massive pat on the back to all the ground staff and volunteers for getting those games on. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in Division 1, and it's the Battle of the Podcasters, and I know they've been chatting about it already. Bob and Si with Goal taking on Wakefield at the VPG. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Well, I'll let you go first. You were the victors.
Oh no! But you know what? And again, here's the grish. I was going to let you. You were the home side, so I was going to let you go first.
Well, I will go first. Then I'll go first. Our home record is 1-3, drawn 2, lost 11. So when we supporters come to the match, we've also got a feeling that it might not be our day. And on Saturday, it wasn't. I mean, Wakefield, I think they've gone 12 unbeaten now. We've lost our last 2, which were before that was 7-0 at Worsborough. So the writing, the premonitions came true, and Wakefield ran out good winners. Si will tell you more about the Wakefield team than me. But no qualms on the day. They were the better side. They deserved the victory. Good crowd, 179. We was hoping for a bit more, but at least the weather played ball. It stayed dry throughout the match because there's limited cover at goal. A good following from Wakefield. It's just pity that we couldn't give you a better game on the day, but Wakefield has deserved winners. So I'll pass that now over to Si.
I mean, I've discussed this one. Obviously, we had our podcast for the club yesterday, all working out, and we were discussing this one. And I think it was probably one of our most enjoyable away trips. Not because of the result, just because I think the atmosphere and the community is really there with our club at the moment. And I think I'm looking forward to seeing what your ground's like once it's fully done, because I can see obviously there's still plenty of work to go on with it. But again, everyone we met there was really nice and hospitable, and just wish you could have probably. I mean, obviously, I don't wish you to get a better result, but perhaps 4-0 is not the best for you guys. From our part, a good result. We changed the team around a little bit with Billy Mole on the bench. Jerome Greaves came in up front, and he got the first goal half an hour in. Ethan Kachosa got his first of a brace just on the stroke of half time, getting the ball from a corner sort of quite far out and curling it into the top corner quite nicely. Substitute Ellesmereville managed to get our third 20 minutes from time, and then with 8 minutes to go, Ethan Kachosa got his second of the game as well, with a bit of a tap in after the ball had bobbled around in the box a little bit. So it was a bit of a scrappy goal, but for our part, I think I looked at the statistics, and we were kind of dominant. Really, I think we had 70% possession on the day. Unfortunately, I know I can see you wincing there at that one, Bob, but it was nice. It's the same sort of surface that we have, so obviously it helps us to play on that, and hopefully that might help us with our running. What we were discussing last night is with 11 games for us to go, we've got 6 of them at home, and also one of the away games at Route 1 Rovers is on artificial pitch as well, so there's only 4 games on grass. Not that we can't play on grass, but obviously we're more used to the 4G.
This one right, I just thought of something. Jimmy Isles on Saturday, somebody said, because I was volunteering, but somebody said he pulled up before the match in the warm-up.
Apparently, yeah, that's what I was told at that time, yeah.
But on Monday, he announced that he's decided to leave the club.
Oh, really?
So my question is he coming to Wakefield?
Certainly not as far as I know. It'd be news to me if that was the case. And from speaking to our manager last night, he's happy with the squad as it is. So I would be surprised if we make any changes. At the moment, we've got a good tight knit, as you will have seen. You know, the spirit in the team is really good. They've all got the little. Now that they've got to the point where they work that well together, they've got little dance routines when they get goals. So
I saw that on the YouTube, the dance routines. I thought it was on Strictly Come Dancing.
But and again now we've got to the point where a couple of them have got chance and stuff. So we've got a good feeling around the club at the moment, and hopefully that will continue.
Yeah.
So there we go. That was the Battle of the Podcasters sorted out. We'll keep in Division 1, gents, because with Barton's game off, I went down the road to the Hawthorns of Brick Town. And they were playing Maltby Main. And it was a superb first half from Brig, who at times overran Maltby. Jack Varley made the pressure count as he followed up a shot that Maltby's keeper, Harry Gardam, couldn't hold on to. Then a strong header from Josh Jordan, looped into the top corner. A sublime Jonathan Oglesby goal. We was in a real good position to see that, just bend it into the top corner. Curling the shot past Gardam, no chance there. And it became 4 3 minutes later when the busy Dale Huxton scored. So 4-0 at half-time. Maltby were in a bit of a daze. However, they obviously shuffled their troops round at half-time, and we noticed Luke Hinsley dropping back into defence and marshalled them really well. And it was a completely different second half. Woodham actually got one back for Maltby Main on 49. However, Josh Batty, the goal machine, scored on 72 to make it 5, with Maltby having a much better second half, but 5-1 with a solid crowd of 336 there. With a lot of... Yeah.
Well, 5 different scores for Brig. That's good,
yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a real good first half performance. And there was a lot of people like myself coming and supporting from other local clubs where games were off, so that's always good to see. It'd be nice to see other clubs do that as well, go and support. I know we do, go and support other clubs or just watch, because we love the game, don't we? It's as simple as that. But, anyway, that was Brig keeping up the pressure. South Leeds had a superb win over high-flying Harrogate Rail, didn't they? 3-1. It was a good result. And Arnie Wicero with an early goal on 2 minutes. and a second on 39. Was it Kieran? I can't remember who scored it on. He scored 2, didn't he? And then Kieran Haig made it 3. A second half consolation goal for the Rails, Alex Burton, 12 minutes from time, 3-1.
That's a good result for Wakefield, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Did Kieran Haig play for Wakefield side?
He did, yeah. He was in our team, I think, start of last season, I want to say. Yeah, he's centre back. Quite a good player, yeah.
He's a good player, yeah. Eccleston and Thackley, I think I've seen him play for as well.
South Leeds has got good form at the moment as well. They're doing really well.
Yeah, we've got a bit of news about South Leeds later on as well. Into the Prem. 4 games, 2 on 4G, 2 on grass. Albion Sport took on Penistone Church at the Myra Shea, and a really entertaining 6-goal thriller. The Cartman with 2 for Albion, 2-0 at half-time, however, never write the Church off. Earls Brooks and Kitely made it 2-2, then Kitely made it 3-2 to Penistone with 7 minutes to go. It looked like heartbreak for the Lions, but there he was, Fernando Motumba on 19th level for the fighting spirit of the Lions. So 3-3. Albion need those points, don't they? And it was another goal fest at the Barrett Steel Stadium, Bottisford, as the Poachers played the Steelmen. Bottisford Town versus Parkgate. To the uninitiated, the Poachers had a sublime first half, going in 4-1 at half-time. Render, Harris, Borland and Chaffer with Shay Evans Booth for Parkgate scoring. What was the final score there, gentlemen?
6-3.
6-3, yeah.
3, so there was even more goals. And I haven't got them written down, so sorry, Bottisford, but it was a good win. Tadcaster Albion not only got the game on, but were unlucky against runaway leaders Liversedge, weren't they? A 62-minute Keelan Swales goal was all that separated the two teams. And a healthy crowd there at the Young Guns Arena, 255.
Very good.
It was, wasn't it? And then I know you two were chatting earlier on about lots of goals being scored, and it was another goal fest at the Meridian Stadium at Dennyfield. Thackley hosted Golkey United. Well, Thackley go and beat league leaders Liversedge one week, and then they go and lose to the Weavers of Golka the next week, 3-1. So Golka needing something out of the game, as they're in a bit of a scrap towards the wrong end of the table. 221 in attendance, as I said, saw the Weavers take a 3-1 lead into the break. Mr. Goal Machine himself, Ash Flynn, with 2, and the newly acquisition of Ollie Russon, who we all know. Bob, you know him, don't you?
Yeah,
I know him. Me and Richard highly rate Ollie, don't we, Richard?
Yeah, we do.
Ollie Ruston scoring, Toby Marriott getting one for the Denny boys, and then pulling one back on 70 minutes, 3-2. However, it was Rio Arboin with a goal and a penalty from George Doyle right on full-time, gave Golkar a much-needed win and 3 points. So well done, the Weavers. So I think
Golkar, it's from Golkar, I've got a lot of their players back injured or back from last season, so I expect them to start climbing the league. If you can go to Thackley and win 5-2, that's a great result, isn't it, really?
It is. It seems to be some strange results this week, really, as we're coming on to in a minute. So on to midweek, Tuesday night, potentially 7 games on in various competitions. In the East Riding County Cup, it took penalties to see off the local Hull team of Skullcoats Amateurs against Beverley Town. After 1-1 on 90, Beverley go through on penalties. In the Prem, Richard, we're coming over to you, unfortunately. Horbury Town visited Barton Town's Marsh Lane Stadium for the very first time and came away with a superb 4-0 win. Richard, over to you, because I'm just sick.
They certainly enjoyed their trip out. It was certainly an off day. I think it's probably the worst performance of the season from Barton's point of view, I think. I mean, I thought the first 15-20 minutes was scrappy, but the writing was on the wall, because I thought, although it was a pretty scrappy first 15-20 minutes, Horbury was starting to look the better side, and Barton just didn't, for whatever reason, just didn't function at all.
No.
I mean, first goal was a free kick just outside the box. Terrific free kick, found the top corner. And then there was the red card for Tom Warby. I didn't get a very good view of it through the mist.
Yeah. I did, Richard. I thought it was a little bit unlucky. It was. I think it was for dangerous play. It was a high foot, but he had his back to the player he hit in the face with his boot, and the player dipped a little bit, but Tom's foot was high. But you could see there was no intention there whatsoever because you didn't even see the player. So I thought a yellow card and a rollicking would have been enough. But the referee, it was a little bit hasty and deemed a red card straight away, didn't he?
Yeah.
There was some strange decisions, Richard, but I don't want to take anything away from Horbury because they look good.
Yeah, they played well. Rodriguez and Zondo up front looked lively, and I think it was Karamai just in behind them. Had a very good game. And,
really good, really.
An angle at the back.
Yeah.
And his free kick, he then got the second goal with a good header.
It was a really good header, powerful. A little bit of scratching heads with the third goal because the guy was a mile offside.
Yeah, it looked offside to me. I mean, he finished it absolutely brilliantly, but he looked offside to me.
He did. Well, he was. I mean, my position, I'm like on the crow's nest.
Yeah.
And mile offside. So, but I don't know whether the linesman was still reeling from that injury. He got pushed in the chest, didn't he? Somebody couldn't stop, could they? And they pushed him in. He went down, didn't he?
He was certainly behind the play. He was a good few yards back. He wasn't in line with the striker.
He wasn't. But as I said, I don't want us to sound like it's sour grapes because Barton didn't play particularly well, but Horbury did play well, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, they never looked like not at any stage in the game did I think Barton were going to get into it.
No.
At any stage.
They looked good. And you wonder, don't you? Your Golkers, your Horburys, your Rossingtons. We've seen them all. They've all looked good, and you think you're scratching your head and thinking, "Why are you down there?"
Yeah, that's right.
So well.
Yeah,
you know, I can't comment on Wombwell because I've not seen Wombwell. But especially and Albion as well.
Yeah.
So your Albions, your Golkers, your Horburys, your Rossingtons. We've seen them all. They've all looked good, and you just wonder why you're down there.
Yeah.
Or is it Barton can't play against them? I don't know. So, but that was. I don't think the sending off helped. Do you, Richard?
It certainly sealed things.
We was playing with 9 for a good 10 minutes, weren't we? Because who got sin-binned?
McKinnon, wasn't it? Was sin-binned for.
Yeah, and I know that round the ground they were saying, "Oh, Barton's, they've got the discipline's terrible," and you're thinking. I can understand you saying that, but also I can understand the players getting frustrated because it's the inconsistency of the officiating at times. I know McKinnon went off because one of the players was running through. It was Ali Adami who was running through. There was 2 Horbury players running after him. They went into each other. Ali was free, and the ref blew up for a free kick. And he was a good 20, 25 yards away. So that's why, but then you've got to keep your mouth shut, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you can't say anything to the referee, but I can understand players getting frustrated. I really can. Yeah. But hey ho, well done, Aubrey. 4-0. Jordan, you're on holiday. It could have been your day tonight, Jordan, to celebrate, but you missed it. I would say all the backroom staff and all the Aubrey players were saying to Jordan, keep on holiday. We don't want you back. We're winning. So that was our rubbish Tuesday, wasn't it, Richard?
Yeah, it was, yeah. And
then Golker, he's passed Eccleshill 4-0 to ease their relegation worries. That's 2 out of 2 for them. Ash Flynn and Ollie Russon scoring again. I can't remember who the other 2 goal scorers were. Bob?
I've just lost it. Hang on.
Reid and Wilkinson.
Reid and Wilkinson adding the others. So Golker, they've got to be somebody's team of the week there. So in Division 1, Appleby Frod beat South Leeds 4-3. And it's that old warhorse again who won't be happy with me calling him old, Nathan Jarman, scoring again. He knows where the net is, doesn't he, Richard?
Yeah, you won't see many better finishers.
Certainly won't. Josh Frywald again, who's knocking him in. Booth and is it King? Can't remember. Who was the last one? Was it
Kirk?
King?
Ben Kirk.
Kirk. I can't read my own writing. I write like a doctor. And Jamal Stewart and Blakely for South Leeds. Apfrod up to 16th and now 10 points clear. I think they've done enough now, don't you, Apfrod, to not worry too much. What do you think, boys?
Yeah, I think they're on 34 points now, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's 10 points clear of Winterton, so yeah.
So on Wednesday night then, and the joys of having a 4G pitch. So the West Riding County Cup semi-final at the Myra Shea between Route 1 Rovers and Knaresborough Town was on. And it was a Zach Khan opener for Route 1 Rovers on 30, cancelled out by Will Lenehan 7 minutes later for Knaresborough. However, the second half, it was a Zach Khan show, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
3 more goals, 52 minutes, 61 minutes and 89 minutes. I think that's 55 he's got now in all competitions. Surely he's got to be the leading goal scorer in the whole of England.
It was a few weeks ago. It was in the non-league paper. It was the outstanding scorer in non-league in nationwide. So yeah, absolutely.
And what's the record? Was it for the NCEL? Was it Ash Flynn?
70-something.
Yeah,
70-something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the 70s.
Just never Ash Flynn.
Do we think Zach Khan's going to do it?
Well, they've got another 11 matches to play in the league, so he's got a very good chance. And the West Riding Cup, that's 12 matches. So
and then he's got another semi-final as well, haven't they? Because they're in the League Cup.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there you go.
Could do it. So, and then unfortunately in Division 1, Worsborough and Armthorpe, it was a double P. So they didn't play. So as we just mentioned there, boys, the JCP Construction Northern Counties East League Cup, in memory of James Hitchcock, must have the longest cup name in history there, was drawn. You had something to do with that, Richard, didn't you? Did you broadcast it live?
I did, yes, we broadcast it live. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, who was pulling the balls out? Was it Martin?
It was from Winterton.
Martin Gurdon.
Yeah.
From Winton.
Yeah.
Good old Martin. Did he do it like Rod Stewart did? Pull them out like Rod Stewart.
He hadn't had quite the amount to drink, I don't think.
Right, okay, he was sober.
Yeah.
So Martin is sober anyway.
Yeah.
So, and he pulled out Liversedge. They play Campion in an all-premiership fixture. And Rossington play Route 1 Rovers. So it's a Prem team against a Division 1 team. That'll be quite a good game, I think, that one, don't you? Well, they're both good games there.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Liversedge, I remember them going to play Worksop a few years ago. That was the first cup final I went to, League Cup final, and Worksop won it. It was when Craig Denton was in charge. So, all the best for the 4 teams in that one. So, boys, are we going to go for a team of the week?
Yes, we can go for a team of the week.
Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go.
You go first, Bob. Go on then.
Well, it was between Golfcow and Horbury. But I'm sorry, guys. I can only apologise, but I'm going to go for Horbury. I mean, to go to Barton and win 4-0, it's a really, when you're towards the basement of the league, it's a really great result, best result of the season for Horbury, isn't it? Really. All
right, Bob. We don't need to go that far. Really like to get your cap. There you go.
Giant killers.
So I'm going to go for Horbury.
Thank you very much, Bob, for those few kind words, mate. Si.
It's made it easy for me then. Goal captain. It has to be. I was already thinking that one, so I was glad that one's not taken. But yeah, two wins. And I'm going to eat humble pie here on air. I said a couple of weeks ago when someone put a post in the NCEL group about which teams were going to get the playoffs, which were going to be relegated, etc. I had Golca go down with Woolwell. So on that basis, I'm eating a humble pie and I apologise. That's quite a good turnaround in form for them. That was before Ash Flynn went there, to be fair.
Yeah.
And Dolly Russell.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I'll certainly accept I was wrong.
Okay.
Certainly at the moment. Anyway, there's still a way to go yet, but
There is.
they've picked up quite a bit of form there.
They certainly have. And we've got to play them as well, Richard, which don't look good, does it?
No.
Right, Richard, who are you going to choose?
The two obvious ones have gone. I think I'll probably go for Bottisford getting 6.
Yeah, Bottisford, 6 of the best, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were unlucky against Liversedge a few weeks ago, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
So that's good to keep going like. They've got some very good quality players at Bottisford, really have. So well done to Bottisford. And I'm going to go for the game I went to see. I went to see Brigtown and Maltby Main. I've seen Brig a good few times this season, and that's probably their best 45 minutes I've seen them play while I've watched in the first half. So I'm going to go for Brigtown, who are keeping the pressure on there, and I think they look not shoo-ins for the playoffs, but definitely I think they're one of the probably favourites for playoffs. So well done to Brig. We've got a bit of news, haven't we? We mentioned South Leeds, didn't we, earlier on? And the manager's gone, hasn't he, Bob?
He has. The club have announced today that Tom Place is left, but in the statement they said he's going to a higher league club, a club in higher in the pyramid. So we'll have to watch this space. But
where do we think he's gone?
I don't know. It just says in his statement he's going to a higher league club. So we'll have to wait and see.
Well,
third club of the season, isn't it? Because he started off at Frickley, then South Leeds, and now another one.
Yeah, I know Grimsby Borough have parted ways with
yes, they have.
Their manager, and Baz has been there for a long, long, long while. So you never know. He might end up at the Bradley playing fields at Grimsby. He might not. Who knows? Who knows? Let's say we have a look at the fixtures for next week.
Yeah.
So, Friday night, it's football night, but I don't know what it's doing in your neck of the woods. It's absolutely chucking it down where we are. Barton Town are supposedly away at Pickering. We're supposed to be doing the commentary out with Richard.
We are.
And I see they've already got on the website, there's a pitch inspection at Pickering. At 3 p.m. tomorrow.
3 p.m. Well, we've a little story about that from a couple of seasons ago, haven't we, Richard?
Yes, we had a nice trip up there before, yeah. Not to watch a game.
What happened?
We went all the way up there, and it was was it about 15, 20 minutes before kick-off it got called off?
Yeah, and all there was that I thought there was
a little puddle by the corner flag.
Yeah. Yes, the natives were not best pleased, and neither was anybody from Barton Town, was there? I think I rushed back and got the second half of a Beverley Town game that day, so it wasn't all lost, and they let me in for nothing, so that was quite good. But I'm hoping it's on, because we're going to get a fixture backlog if we're not careful, won't we? So, and a game that will be on in Division 1 is Wakefield versus Crowell Colts.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
looking forward to that one. And we had a good match against them earlier in the season. Looking forward to inviting them to our place.
Yeah, I think Crowell have just lost a little bit of form just over the last few weeks, but you can never underestimate them. They've got a good mixture of experience and youth on the side, a bit like your team as well. So should be, hopefully get a good crowd and a good game.
Yeah, should be a good battle, that one.
Definitely. So that's the Friday night games. Saturday in the Premiership, I know I was chatting to some of the Horbury Town players and management, and I wish them all the best. Because they're playing Beverley on Saturday. So that should be... We'll just see how Horbury go, Richard, on that one, because if they play like they did against Barton, they're in with a chance, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think I was just going to have a quick look at the form tables. I think Beverley must be top of the league on current form, mustn't they?
I can't remember the last time they lost.
Yeah, they are top of the league on current form. Yeah.
So it'd be a tough ask for Horbury, but if they stick at it and play like they did against Barton, mind you, I think Beverley will play a little bit better than Barton did, but that'd be a tough ask. But go there and play well. Champion play Thackley. That's a Bradfordian derby. Should be good. Eccles Hill play Rossington. Two teams needing points. And Golker play Bottisford. Well, Golker are on really good form, but Bottisford are also on pretty good form as well, aren't they? So that could be anything, couldn't it? It could be 6-3, 5-6, or 0-0. We'll probably come back next week and say, it was a 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
So, Handsworth and Frickley. Well, Handsworth have had a really good season, haven't they, Richards?
They have, yeah.
Yeah. Liversedge versus Penistone. Now, Penistone have just started to turn a bit of a corner. They've had a bit of an indifferent season, but they're definitely coming back a bit. So, and Liversedge have been on a little bit of shaky form, haven't they? I know they did win 1-0 in midweek against Tadcaster, but we'll just see how Penistone go against Liversedge. Parkgate played Tadcaster, two mid-table teams there. Sheffield, they play Knaresborough. So that'll be a good game. And Woolwell play Albion. Well, Woolwell need the 3 points, don't they? It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Because you're just getting cut adrift now. So Woolwell need those 3 points. And just see if the game's on, because Woolwell's pitch has been underwater quite a bit, hasn't it?
I remember last home fixture, somebody put a picture on it. It was like a lake, wasn't it? Woolwell?
It was, yeah. Theirs is like a lake. Barton's is like a paddy field, so you just can't win. Pickering's will probably have a little puddle in the corner.
I think there's snow forecast up on the moors.
Oh, well, last time we went, Richard, it was thick fog, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Can you remember coming back?
Oh, it was horrendous.
Oh,
yeah.
It was awful coming back, wasn't it? And it's not a massively long journey from. Well, we don't live in Barton, but from where we are, it's not that long. But it was horrendous. We just couldn't see the road coming back. Anyway, back on to Saturday's games, and we go into Division 1. Appleby Frodingham versus Winterton. A Lincolnshire derby yet again for both teams. And Winterton needing the points. They really do, don't they? They really do. I saw them against Brigg midweek last week, and I thought they played quite well, Winterton. So, I don't know. Durham District, South Leeds. Do we think Durham District are going to win that one?
I think so, but you never know.
Obviously, South Leeds were in form before, but with the manager going, you never know what kind of state they're going to be in. So I hope that was going to be maybe a bit of an upset, but you never know now.
Yeah, that's true. Doncaster City play Louth. Glasshoughton play Athersley. Glasshoughton, again, they're a bit like Woolwell in the Prem. They just need the points because they're just so cut adrift. Harrogate Rill versus Nostell, which should be a good one. Ilkley play Brigg Town. So, again, that's on 4G. So, it's a bit of a journey for Brigg to go up to Ilkley on the old Ben Riddings fields there. But I think Brigg will be licking the lips and fancying a victory there. But it's all up to Ilkley to stop them. Leeds University, they play goal, Bob. How you going?
Well, a little bit, but I don't think they'll be on, because Leeds the other night, they cancelled the other night on Tuesday, Waterlog pitch.
It's been all the time since then.
Nostell. And it's been raining a lot since then, so I would say it's very much in doubt, that game.
Oh dear. We'll have to go to another one then, won't you? So, Maltby Main play Clubstone Colliery at Muglet Lane there. Route 1 Rovers play Armthorpe at the Myra Shea, and Wasborough Bridge play Selby Town. So that might not be on as well. It just depends. Mind you, Wasborough are quite good at getting the pitch sorted out, aren't they? So that concludes. Have we got the league tables, gents? We haven't done the league tables for a while, have we?
Yeah, we've got league tables. Yeah.
Go on then, Bob, read them out.
Well, we'll start in the Prem then. Liversedge at top, played 27 and got 65 points. Beverley, the form team, played 28, 57 points, so 8 points behind. Mm-hmm. And the game more. Handsworth, 29, 51 points. Sheffield, 26.49. Barton, 27.48. Campion, 28.47. Tadcaster, 28.45 in 7th. There's a 4-point gap to Pickering in 8th on 41 points. Towards the base, we've got Woolwell, 25.16 points. Rossington, 25.24 points. Albion, 29.28 points. Horbrick, 28.28, but a better goal difference. And a game less, so it's in Horbury's hands at the moment. There, Goldcarve, they've jumped up the league with 2 wins. They're on 27.30 points now, so they're 6 points away from the relegation. Then Prickly on 27.32. Ecclesfield 28.32 and Knaresborough 27.32. Then quickly looking at Division 1 top, Durham District played 31.77. Thies Wakefield chasing them down 31.68, so 9 points difference. Worsborough 30.64. Harrogate 29.62. Brigg in 5th 32.62. Then Leeds UFCA 28.50. Club Thorn 28.48.
That's it for this edition. If you've got any news for the podcast or you'd like to appear on the podcast, please email ncelpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.